Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is another film review. This one is Edge of the Axe. It's a suspense horror film. It came out in 1989. It's rated 18, an hour and 31 minutes. Amazon is 4 out of 5. IMDb is 5.3 out of 10. I'm going to read the Amazon synopsis. The rural community of Paddock County is being rocked by the crazed exploits of an axe-wielding psychopath who stalks the night in a black trench coat and mask. As the victims pile up, the authorities attempt to keep a lid on the situation, while computer whiz-kid Gerald and girlfriend Lillian seek to unmask the killer before the town population reaches zero. So the director is Jose Ramon Larraz, Joseramon Larraz, who directed Daughters of Darkness. The producer is Jose Frade, Frade, who produced Espionage in Tangiers. Music was Javier Elorrieta, Javier who did music for Las Alaminas. The cast, I'm only picking the main ones obviously. We have Barton Fawkes, Faulks, who was Gerald Martin, who was in Future Kill. Christina Marie Lane, who was Lillian Nebbs, who was in The All-Nighter. And Paige Mosley, who was Richard Simmons, who was in The Jigsaw Murders. The locations was Big Bear Lake in California and Madrid and Avila in Spain, believe it or not. So there's no credits at the start. Literally go straight in to Sparkles car wash. There's a woman in a car, there's eerie music, some dude walking around inside the car wash. Instantly first death. 2 minutes gone, somebody's just died. It's like brilliant. Then the credits kick in and some music that sounds kind of like country style music. And a very poor recording, you know, kind of like you can hear it when she hits high notes, you can hear the vibrations that in your ears, because I listen to headphones, so it's just brilliant for my eardrums. So we have the computer kid. He's just arrived at his place where he lives with his landlord, and his new PC has arrived. So I was curious. I thought, oh, what's it look like, this new PC? So it's kind of old school. It's cream with a huge CRT monitor. If nobody knows what a CRT monitor is, just look it up on Google. But yeah, there it is. It's like, oh, state of the art. Complete difference. And it also had the floppy drives as well. My God, the original floppy disks. Oh no, not the original one. The second type, the solid version, not the real floppy disks. Sorry, that obviously doesn't mean anything to anybody of school age these days. Music so far is good though. It's a mixture of all sorts of music. And then the special effects are quite good as well. Literally, we've not got very far into the film, and then they found a body. Rats had a good go at it, so you saw the body and was thought, oh, this is pretty cool. Whereas in the special effects, you know. So it says that the what does it say on the thing, Majiggy? The authorities attempt to keep a lid on the situation. Well, the sheriff doesn't like to do his job. He doesn't like looking for crime, solving cases. Look, there's a rub. Let's sweep stuff under it. Usual stuff, you know. I mean, you see it in some films where the police don't like to admit anything, but he just doesn't like to admit anything at all. Now, I was watching this. I thought, I've seen that main actor somewhere else. Well, the film that he's been in, Future Kill, is the only other film he's been in. So I thought, well, it ain't in then. It's just bad when you watch somebody and you think, I know I've seen him somewhere else. Well, I've not seen that film, so yeah, it's not in. So there's him and Lily, because she's called Lillian, but sometimes Lily. They're using the computer, and she's never used one before. You can tell because she's like, well, what do I do? What's this keyboard? She didn't know what a keyboard was. It was so bizarre watching it. It's just like, my goodness me. They couldn't even attempt that nowadays. Most people have a computer. Most people have a laptop. Even if you don't have a computer, you all know what a computer looks like. Even if you're of an older generation, most people have got a computer, or some description anyway. But this was back before anyone even had a computer, so it did happen, for all those young uns. When you're in a bar and you get a call to meet someone, right? There's a female in the bar basically, and she's got a call to meet somebody at some place. Because again, they didn't have mobile phones then, so she's like, oh well, there's a phone call for you. So it's like, okay. So you get a phone call in the bar, obviously, and they say, oh, can you meet me at so and so? So you take a leisurely stroll at the middle of the night through a train yard, past some drunks, through mud, splashing through puddles, all whilst you're wearing your high heels and stuff like that. Right? And then you crap yourself when you hear some footsteps. Instead of just ringing for a taxi. I mean, I would just ring for a taxi and thought, well, obviously I don't know if there were taxis in Paddock County, but I'm sure there was something. But yeah, she didn't bat an eyelid when she was walking past the drunks who were throwing alcohol all over the place and walking through bloody puddles, and you could hear her splashing, and then she was like, oh, there's a noise behind me. It's like, I would have got scared as soon as I walked into the train tracks, not even walking at that point. And then we have the famous rookie mistake. Again, in a horror film. You're being chased. So you run into a shed or whatever it is and you hide. A few seconds go by. Must have gone. I'll go back outside. Well, what do you think happened? I mean, it's just like, no, you stay there. But of course that would be the end of the film. It just, I've seen it in so many films. It's like, God, it's depressing. So newsreaders obviously on the news, and he's saying, okay, the guy killing the women is a madman. And I thought that's a bit presumptuous. I mean, it could just be a bit, had a bad day. But then it killed a dog. Soddy maniac. Can't believe it. Pure evil. I don't mind killing people, but a dog, come on. There's limits. So I think I want the computer. Bizarrely enough, I want that old computer that they had, and the network connection that they had is fantastic. Why? Well, somebody wanted to ask the computer, and it was by typing hardly any words in, to check a hospital for a family member, and it gave results. It told you who was in their hospital, which hospital, who was the doctor, and all this. I can't even get a GP appointment in this country. I ring up and I can't get one of them. I go on the internet. You've got no chance because there is no. You can get this. You can't get that. Yeah, apparently back then, she could. I'm just giving it away, but she could type into this computer and get back people's names from a hospital. I don't think you could do that here, but apparently you could. Back then you could do that. So that was even before the internet even existed. I'm guessing 1989. I don't know when it was. So, or maybe there was the internet. I have no idea when that even appeared, but yeah, I want that computer. Yay! Someone tripped, crawling on the floor, waving their hands. No, it's an effing horror film. The worst thing is I'm kind of waiting for these. It's like, come on, somebody, somewhere, trip. Come on, you wanna. It's usually a female, and sadly enough, there has been a couple of males, but it's usually a female. Why can't they do something else? I don't know. Bang their elbow or get some dust in their eye. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I've tripped. Leave. Well, they say leave me. There was no one else there, but usually it's this, leave me. I feel like saying fine, and they're just running off, but they don't. They're always trying to grab the person. Well, the ending was different. It wasn't what I was expecting at all, I must admit. The acting was good. Music was as well. Special effects were good. It was just a bit crappy when they were using the axe. It didn't look like it was actually penetrating the body. You could sometimes hear this ping, ping. It's like, what the hell? What are they hitting with the axe? I mean, it wasn't bone because they wasn't getting through the t-shirt, but whatever. I'm actually going to give it a 6. I know it sounds weird. I mean, but it has got a high rating anyway. It's got a what? A 5. Well, I say high rating, 5.3. But I'm giving it a 6. I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable, and I want that computer. Simple as that. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of Edge of the Axe. Please subscribe to my channel. Got plenty of the film reviews. I try and release one a week, so there's plenty out there. If you want to suggest anything, you can do. But I tend to have I have a list of what I'm going for and stuff like this, and I have my own little, things. But there you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you and goodbye.